So first off, creating a safe working environment, or a safe environment for your computer. There's a couple of things that we need to talk about when we're talking about a safe environment. One of them is your data integrity and the security of your data. There's also deliberate compromise. You normally call that hacking or cracking into your computer. And then protecting your kids from the creeps that are out there on the internet waiting to get their hands on a kid, at least through the internet. There's a few ways of creating your backups. One is what's called online, and that's where you have a hard drive physically connected to your computer that does backups on a regular time frame. Apple has built-in software that will do this for you called Time Machine. I like Time Machine in that it has historical information. So if my document becomes corrupted, a normal backup software will back up the corrupted document. A lot of good this does you. With Time Machine, not only does it back up your current document, but it keeps a record of all the previous backups. A backup on site, even if it's a perfect backup, does no good for you at all in the case of a catastrophe. A fire, theft is going to cause some problems. You're going to lose both the computer and your data, which is why you need something off-site as well. In the last 3 years, there have been a number of companies that have cropped up to do internet-based backup. And there's probably a half a dozen that do very well with the Macintosh, and I'm huge on this. I can't think of a better backup strategy than an internet-based backup. Why have that and your home-based backup? Well, because the internet's fairly slow. And on my laptop right here, I have about 300 gigabytes of data. If my home burned to the ground and I lost my home-based backup and my computer, hello, welcome, come on in. The time it would take to download 300 gigabytes, at best, probably 10 days. I need to get working right now. And that's why I want my home-based backup, like my Time Machine. But as a last-ditch effort, if a catastrophe struck and my home-based backup or my local backup of my computer are gone, okay, I'll take the 10 days to download things. The integrity of your computer and the integrity of your data. Right now, there are over 600,000 malware. That includes viruses, Trojan horses, adware, spyware, the list goes on and on for Windows. There are under 250, not 250,000, under 250 for the Mac. That number was 173 a month ago. So in 1 month, we've gone on this skyrocket climb of malware. And this is something you need to be aware of. Prior to a month ago, did Mac users need an antivirus, anti-malware software? Maybe not. Now, absolutely. Mac OS 10 in the system preferences, if you go to security, by default, the Mac's firewall is off. You want to make sure that it's turned on. So log onto your machine, go into your system preferences, go to security, and the button here will simply say start. Click start, it'll ask for your administrator name and password. At that point, you have put on the firewall for your computer, and there is no recorded instance of any hacker getting into a Mac when that's turned on. Protecting your kids. Mac OS 10 includes a user account type called a managed account. With a managed account, first off, it's not an administrator. So while they're logged in, nobody else, if they happen to hack into your computer, which if you have your firewall on, probably won't be able to do it, they won't be able to gain control over the computer. Your child will not be able to make any changes to the computer because they don't have the privilege to do so. And with a managed user account, you can specify who they can communicate with, both by chat and by email, and what websites they can go to. So to give you an example, you go into your system preferences, to accounts, you click on your kid's name and you say managed. I think it's parental controls is what it says in the current operating system.